There is such a tool in the excavator. With it, the mining efficiency can be completely doubled. Not only free spin, it is not restricted by terrain, and it comes with multiple uses. It has played an important role since its inception. This is the excavator quick coupler, also known as excavator conversion head. But if you want to produce this kind of accessories, the process is extremely complex. It must comply with international certification to meet EU targets. This is the only condition. Most factories can be shut out. So here we use alloy steel plate with a thickness of about 2 centimeters as the main raw material. This also avoids the risk of cracking to a certain extent. In the blink of an eye, workers have completed welding of the steel plate on one side. Although I can't see the specific appearance at the moment. But as the workers cut and welded the edges, a semi-finished excavator connector appeared in front of everyone. The main function of the connector is to switch accessories. Not only can the bucket be installed, you can also replace the hydraulic base and the breaker hammer. Compared with traditional integrated excavators, this connector looks more flexible, easy to operate. At this time, the workers are welding the shaft fixing position. This thing can reduce the loss of axis and connector wear coefficient. After all, the masters who operate the excavators seem reluctant to play yellow. This is probably for the driver's sake. Otherwise, if you don't apply butter to the shaft for a long time, it will be worn out. As the sleeve is embedded in the accessories, the inner layer needs to be lightly sanded. The metal surface is also visible to the naked eye. The visible state is changing. The bearings also need to be treated. This is to avoid transport, possible bumps along the way. Wait until all parts are ready. Next steps, entering the final stage of assembly. The more durable the equipment, the fewer parts it has. For example, this piece of iron in the picture. The only feature seems to be that it is heavy and this vision meets the basic requirements of industrial parts. Workers use the positive force of the thread, fix the cover to the body firmly. You can also see that the screw spacing is very close. I guess engineers designed it at the beginning. This part must be considered as the most important part, especially the screw in the center. Not only does each one need to be glued with screws, and this dense bone is really surprising. Is it really necessary to put so many screws? Next steps, start installing pumps for swivel couplings. The pump body is equipped with oil inlet and outlet. The machine will move to adjust the bucket movement trajectory. After the pump body is installed, start installing the other part of the connector. This zero, the first half of the welding position of the workers. The outer surface is also covered with a layer of paint. There are two main functions of applying paint. One is to protect the metal from rusting. The second is to increase the beauty. And it also has the effect of raising prices. After all, humans are visual animals. I will look more at beautiful things. At this point, the basic shape of the connector has been. But the whole thing is still missing two big pliers. So next we start installing the hydraulic pliers. Don't underestimate this thing. It doesn't seem to be very large. But the pressure generated is several tons. Can easily clamp a pipe. Related content will be shown at the end of the video. The reason why the excavator connector can freely replace the bucket. The biggest mystery is this thing in front of you. Lower retaining ring. You can also install a bucket. That is, you can grab things and dig things at the same time. But why is this shaft rusted? The two iron lumps in the picture make the oil cylinder. Fixed bracket to fix the hydraulic cylinder. It can be said that every location is so cleverly designed. For example, the edges of the connectors are made of thickened steel plates. Not only can it protect the fragile internal parts, can also act as a collision avoidance. Next, start assembling the hydraulic cylinder. This is also the core position for generating power. The specific principle is similar to that of a jack. Hydraulic oil injection is used to make it rise and fall. Does this shape look familiar to you? I guess the engineers designed it. You must have eaten a lot of crabs. Or someone who grew up by the sea. Otherwise, why is this furniture so vivid? Next, we will show you another wave bucket installation process. Just press down hard. You will hear a click. Rotary connector. The biggest feature is that you can dig at will. The above is the whole process of excavator connector manufacturing. Such a big guy should be worth a lot of money.